Abramovich! What a save by the goalkeeper! And she finished it! Hello guys, welcome to the live stream. We have got Missile FC against the Ukrainians today. We're going to start off against the reserves in a couple of minutes. We've got the first teams at 2 p.m. The Ukrainian reserves are formidable. They have won every single game this season, and they're going to be facing off against Missile reserves who had a tough result last week, but overall have been in good form. And then at 2 p.m. is going to be a great promotion contest between Missile and the Ukrainians. So without further ado guys, let's have a look at our Missile reserves starting lineup squad. And we've got a full-on crowd today as well. And guys, I want to say my second favourite sport after football is rugby. All right. Our team manager today is Benjamin Alexandre. Thank you for bringing us in today, Benjamin. We've got number 1, the goalkeeper, Kenley Demo. We have number 2, Ranchi Augusti. Number 3, Woody Ocean, the defender. We have number 4, Anderson Joseph. Number 5, Joseph Jocelyn. Number 6, Thierry Simon. We have number 7, Jefferson Lemene. Number 8, Jean Dumais. Number 9, Albert Segara. We have number 10, Gregory Remador. Number 11, also the coach and the team manager, Benjamin Alexandre. We have number 12, Darnell Emon. Number 13, Jameson Jolimo. Number 15, Fred Ridor. We have number 16, Phil Serafin. Number 17, the captain in the middle, Jimmy McCourt. We have number 18, Gerson Jocelyn. Number 19, Yves Rosier. Number 20, Davins Alexis. 21, Maiko Pierre. And the new signing, Jovanski Therossi, the winger. And there is our Missile reserves squad. Just finishing clearing the pitch here at McCarran Park. Should be underway in just a minute or two. And whilst we are, let's have a quick look at our Cosmopolitan reserves table. As you can see, we've got Ukraine, top of the table, having won every single game this season and put in an unbelievable amount of goals. Missile sitting there in the middle. They lost 5-2 against Japan. They're definitely going to be wanting to get a result today, but it's going to be up against it, against a very good Ukrainian reserve team.
Well, it's been fun. All right, boys. Are you welcoming me?
And we got the Missile reserves just having their last team huddle before the game begins. And I've been given the starting lineup by Benjamin Alexandre. We're going to have Kenley Demore in goal, Woody Ossiant and Joseph Jocelyn in centre defence together. Jean Jumet is going to be the left back. Gerson Jocelyn, the right back. Gregory Remador and the captain, Jimmy McCourt, in the centre midfield. With Alex Rosier, or we call him Jimmy Mix, on the right wing. The new signing Giovanni Thorossi on the left wing. Jameson Johnny-Moore in the attack midfielder, and another new signing, number 14, Jameson, leading the line. And guys, I just want to give a shout out to our right winger, DJ Johnny Mix. Hope I'm saying that right. You can follow him on Instagram. Great supporter of the live streams. Really appreciate it. Hope you can get a goal like that today to Johnny. He's going to be wearing the number 19 today. And the Ukrainian reserves coming off of a 2-0 win last week against Central Park reserves. The week before they got 10-3 against Bloc Espanyol and 6-1 before that against Sporting Club Eintracht. So in a great run of form. And thank you guys, are you already tuned in? Tiger, what's up Tiger? Tiger plays on 2010 Santos, a very talented travel team we stream sometimes. Tiger, thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoy the stream. Thank you, Radivo, and thank you, Celti as well for jumping in, guys. Really appreciate the support. Hey Ives, it's Dejeni Mix, right? Dejeni Mix, all right. We've got number 19, Dejeni Mix, follow him on Instagram, out on the right wing. Give us the goal for that shout out, all right? All right. And guys, it's finally warming up here. We are almost through what's sometimes a very cold spring. We're down at McCarran Park today, right on the border of Greenpoint and Williamsburg. Referee is just doing our final checks before we get the proceedings underway. And also, this refereeing green is a personal favourite of mine. I've seen her across the soccer team, but she always takes the games with good humour as well as discipline.
Different to Cadbury's over here. There is Cadbury's over here. No legislation as to what you can put in.
And we are off and underway. Missile FC are in the blue, the Ukrainians in the black and red. And can Missile reserves turn that season around? They're up against it today, against a very good Ukrainian reserve team, and they've got an early chance to Ukrainians, and that was an audacious lob. Got a little bit too much height on it, but early warning for Missile's defence. And this is a Ukrainian team with a 22+ goal difference in about 5 games. So They've torn a couple of teams apart already in this division, but Misil reserves may prove some stunner stuff. We'll see. Jume into the captain McCourt. And Jocelyn with his first touch on the balls. Looking out for DJ Mix. A little bit loose. But Johnny Moore giving it out to Woody Ocean. And he's let it run back. And it's hitting long, and Dumont, comfortably gathering it. Gives it into Remador, looking early for Mikot, but Ukrainians swarming around it with the red shirts. Here's Gerson Jocelyn. And in the end ended up going out long, and here's the first touch for the new signing, Giovanni Tharossi, who we expect to see in a little bit in the first team games. He's played a good ball out to Johnny Mix, and the keeper's come out. It's still around there. Johnny Mix hit it back in, and he's just put it over the bar. Good early chance for Misil. The new signing, Tharossi, making it happen in the middle, and to Johnny Mix. Getting pipped to the initial ball by the goalkeeper. Very nearly putting in the rebound though. Ramado again, heading on, and it's outward Jameson, another new signing. The number 14's done well there, and he's given it out to Johnny Mix, just a little bit loose. And it's back to the Ukrainians, and Ukrainians have just moved to Greenpoint. They've got a new clubhouse on Manhattan Avenue. Walked by it the other day. Very excited to see what they do with that. And it looks long, but well anticipated there by Ocean. Ukraine just attempt to keep it at the back and escape the Jameson pressure. And a stab long. Ocean just about getting his head on that one and getting the clearance. And he put his foot through that one as well, Ocean. His big commanding presence at the back of the number 6. And it's turned well there by Ukraine, and he's looking for the back post, just hit over the pack. And Gerson Jocelyn doing well just to wrestle it off and giving it to Joseph Jocelyn. And that is a good ball to Johnny Mix. Remember, into Johnny Mix, and Johnny Mix with a nice little shoulder feint. Was looking in for Jameson, but didn't get the pass he was looking for. And Ukraine working it well out nicely there to the right back. And just gone out, and you can probably see behind, guys, we've got a running track, and there's some sort of a big community event going on today. There's been lots of different races, 800s, 400s. Great to see. So much going on at McCown Park. Here is the Rossi winning. Looks like, looked like for a second he might want to throw in for Misil, but referee giving it the other way. Sent up long by Ukrainians. Woody Ocean. But didn't get exactly the head he was looking for. Jumay clearing it out, but it's back with the Ukrainians. In Ocean again, a little bit loose with his touch. And that was a late tackle there on the Ukrainian. And they're going to have a free kick in a decent position. About 35 yards out. Be able to push some numbers forwards, and it's a very long pitch here at McCarran, but narrow. And it's whipped in. Red shirt gone there, still in the box, the back post. Flip back in. And they still haven't clearly missed it, and there's the shot, and it's hit the American football framework. That was a nervy moment for Misil there, the ball just bouncing around. But escaping that one. DJ Mix, Johnny Mix bringing it down well. 1-2 with Jollymore. That one's cleared out. It's going to be a missile reserves throw-in a decent position. Gerson Jocelyn throwing it into Jollymore. And it's going to be the first corner of the day for Misil. As we move into the 10-minute mark of the game. That'll be Gerson Jocelyn who's going to take it, and he's got 6 blue shirts staying for him there. Sent in towards the back, so the Rossi will keep it in. Right, he's right out there, and then he's given away a free kick. And it's sent in early in the middle. The court intercepting though, and that's well brought down by the Rossi, and he's turned well there. Stopped on the second tackle. That's a good sliding in tackle by the Ukrainian defender. But one back again by Misil. And Jumay just overrunning that a little bit. Joseph Jostin there just containing that situation well. And the Rossi again looking lively, and he's gone round one. Second defender again just proven to be his undoing. That's back with Ukraine, but intercepted there by McCourt. And Ukrainians back with it, and it's looking in behind. Jocelyn intercepting it well, but back with Ukraine again. It's a little bit loose from both teams at the moment. They're not being quite as careful as they need to be with the ball, and that pass almost put the Ukrainian centre back in some hot water with the Rossi, and he's forced to clear it out. The Rossi just trying to, the cheeky overhead there was read well. And into Jollymore, and Jollymore looking in for Jameson. Trying to turn that shit, he's giving it into the Rossi, and the Rossi saved by the keeper, still in there with Remador, and it's off the line! Still in the box, the shot's still open. Back to McCourt, he's going to strike it, and he didn't catch that, and Remador was offside. What a chance that was for Misil. The Rossi denied initially by the keeper, and Remedor's shot off with a rebound was cleared off the line. But Misil unexpectedly have been the stronger of the two teams so far in the opening stages of this game. But that's one back there by Ukraine, and they got some numbers now. So 4-on-4, given out to the left winger. And he's looking in behind, and they're through now. Ocean coming across really well and blocking it. Crucial intervention there by Ocean. Jocelyn giving it to Johnny Mix. And just got caught on it there. Playing a nice little give and go there by the Ukrainians in the middle, and they tried to slip it through, and he's going to surely be caught offside. They're still going though, he's left it, and it's hit the post! Still in play, and somehow it's gone past the post, and Ukrainians are staring at disbelief that they did not get that ball in the back of the net. It's a good initial shot off the post, and I have to say after that rebound, it was a little bit of a sitter. But really, really well worked by the Ukrainians there in the middle. Lovely give and go. I think it ended up being a pass to himself, the attacker. The person he was playing it to was offside, so didn't interfere with the play. Both teams coming very, very close in the last few minutes, but the score remains level. Jolly Moore, the big man, bringing it down. He's got very sharp feet for a quick man. That's a lovely touch by Remedor. It's into Jameson, and the game just starting to open up. Jameson pushing through. Dealt with well there. The ball has been retrieved. That's played into the semi-fielder, did that lovely give and go, just a little looser past him. And Rossi again with those fast feet, and he's got around three, and he's caught late there. And that's going to be a free kick to Rossi. I think he got that one right on the shin, which probably was the best place it could be, with his mainly take it on the guard. And he's still down to Rossi, and hopefully just impact and something he can run off. They'll help him up to his feet now. And he's gingerly moving again. Looks like he's going to be okay. That's going to be a missile free kick about 40 yards out. Woody Ocean standing over it. Got the height of Jameson and Jolly Moore in there. But he's going to go for the strike, and well wide in the end. And guys, just remind us, we have this little pause. Do not go anywhere. We have directly after this game, the first teams are Misil and the Ukrainians in a huge promotion battle game. Both teams must win it to get within touching distance of the promotion playoff spots. That's going to kick off at 2 p.m. So stay tuned for that, guys. And that's a good flick on there, and Ukrainians are coming forwards again. Start with the skipper, and it's a nice little reverse ball. They just let himself straight offside. The referee's just having that one retaken. He's moved a little bit too far up Jocelyn. He's given in to, I believe, is his brother, Joseph Jocelyn. Nice ball up to Jollymore. Jollymore using that big physical presence and the good footwork to escape that pressure. And Remador, who's looked very sharp as well in there. And it's switched out to Jocelyn, and nicely worked there by Misil. But he's overrun that one. I think he got confused between the running track touchline and the football field touchline there. And it's sent up long, and the number 9 has been a focal point of that Ukrainians' attack so far with the height. Couldn't find a red shirt that time though. And Jume just threw it back in. He's going to get another shot at it. De Rossi moving a bit more freely now. And so, he's very positive, the new signing. Every time he's got it, he's tried to take someone on. That's a little loose by Misil. Remador getting an initial touch on it, but it's going to put him in a little bit of trouble. Dumont coming off quickly off his line though, to gather it. Dumont giving it back to Woody Ocean, just content to get it out. And it's fallen to Jollymore. One back though, well in the middle by the Ukrainian midfielder, and they've got a bit of space now, the Ukrainians on the right. The big number 9 in the middle, and it's a decent looking ball, just a little bit too far ahead of him. And Dumont gratefully gathering it. And Johnny Mex going back to Remador, but they weren't the same length, went there with the 1-2. Good step there by Joseph Jocelyn, and Remador has it again. And that's loose there by Dumont. Jocelyn coming to the rescue. Joseph Jocelyn doing well with that, but he was slow to it, Jameson, and then he clipped the Ukrainian defender as he made the tackle. He's back up on his feet now, and sent in long towards the big target man, and he was winding up for a spectacular there. That would have been something Van Basten would have been proud of. Couldn't make contact in the end. De Rossi with a sharp turn there, and he's wriggled his way past 2, and he's got the chance to drive at the defence. And he's still going De Rossi. And he's just run it out in the end. Ukrainian midfielder tracking back well there and doing enough to force him out. But De Rossi looks like he's going to be a handful for the Ukrainian defence. Sent up long, Jocelyn anticipating it well, but late in on the second one, the referee playing on, and that's a nice turn by the centre-back, giving it into Jollymore. Out to Johnny Mick. So Johnny cutting it back into Jameson. And it's fallen to Remador. Lots of missile shots up there. And Tharossi looking to get the shot away, but wasn't a good shot in the end. And Donal Emo has just come on for Johnny Mix on the right wing. And it's a good flick on there, and there's a second flick, and they got a little bit of a breakaway here on the left, the Ukrainians. Whipped in towards the back post. It's gone over everyone though, and they do well to keep that one in. Still is alive. It's giving back to the big number 9. McCourt doing very well there. And oh shit, not managing to prevent it going out though for a corner. Like Skipper McCourt there, really good defending. This opponent there probably had a good foot on him. And the Ukrainians with their first corner of the game. Whipped in, and Jocelyn gets the initial clearance out. And he's been pushed in the back, right inside the box. Very risky by Emma, the referee not giving anything. And play's going on. And Jocelyn there with a good tackle and getting in on the second. But handball, I think, was given on him there for that second tackle. And Ukrainians are going to have a free kick and a good crossing position. And it's delivered. Good ball in the back post, and the number 17 rose well to get it. Got good contact on it, just couldn't quite get it the right side of the post. What a super ball in there. Dream delivery. Remember into Rossi. Just looking for the overlapping Jamey. Couldn't find him. The Ukrainians back with it, and that's nicely worked there, the Ukrainians. And they've got 1-2, and Jocelyn anticipating that really well. And there's Emma giving it into Jocelyn. Jameson, and he's got Jocelyn still going up ahead of him. He's giving it out to Jollymore. And Jollymore brings down, he's got Tharossi steaming up on the left. And Tharossi just had to check his run for that pass. Giving him back into Jollymore. Still got it, and it's to McCourt. And the attack's just lost a little bit of steam, but it's whipped in by Dumais, but not a good cross. Now they'll be a little bit disappointed they didn't do more with that missile. They had numbers there for a second. It's the ball out to Tharossi, just forced him to check his run. And they lost a little bit of the momentum in the attack. Jocelyn giving it back to Dumont. Dumont with a good ball out to Emo. Just put Jocelyn into a little bit of trouble there, and that's come off of Jocelyn's hand. And they're taking it quickly, the Ukrainians. Oshun just putting us through that. Is very aware of the danger. And it's come off of a Ukrainian shirt last there, so it's going to be missile throw. Remino giving it to Joseph Jocelyn, who's looked assured thus far in the central defence. The referee just asking the midfield player to take the ball back a few yards and having a word with all the teams about moving that ball forwards too much. Giving it to Jollymore. And Jollymore just holding on for that too long. And the score is level as we hit the 30-minute mark in this half. But both teams really have had chances. They should have scored. Ukrainians maybe having just one or two more. They hit the post Ukrainians and missed the rebound, and Misil having a chance cleared off the line. Both teams have been moving around pretty well in the midfield. They've got some good technical players in the centre of the park in particular. And Ostian giving out to Jume. Here's Remador. Remador just getting intercepted there. And he's given back again to the Ukrainians. Jameson pressuring it well. And Mikot was late on that one. Referee waving play on. Ostian with another good interception. That's back with the Ukrainians again. And I was just forced on that pass there. And that's very loose at the back, and Remador lost it, and he's given a free kick away there. Right on the edge of the area. And this is a very appetizing position for the Ukrainians. Ukrainian reserve team have won every game thus far this season and will not be looking to slow down. Can they get their lead from this free kick? The referee pacing out their distance. It's a Michel Wall, inconsistent in the height. You've got Jollymore next to Mikot. And Ocean just having a little telling off by the referee. Ocean, he gave push off the ball on one of the Ukrainian players. And it looks like we are now ready to take it. It's going to be the skipper who steps up over the wall, but over the bar as well. Tough in there by Jocelyn, and it's just hooped over the top, hopefully. Domort gets the catch, but he's caught by the striker, who all that height was causing him a lot of trouble. The referee not raving. Jameson getting crowded out. It's back with the Ukrainians. And good work there by Tharossi to wrestle that ball back. And he hasn't had the ball for a little bit, Tharossi, but he's back with it. He's giving it out to Jollymore. Got some space to drive into on the left. He's got Emmore at the back post, and he looks in for Emmore. Emmore's first touch. Let him down. It's going to fall back to Remador. Mikot gets there first, and it's a nice cut in by Mikot. Giving it to Emmore. and Ukrainians containing that well in the end, down by the corner flag. It's going to be Gerson and Jocelyn to take the throw in. And Emor is a good ball in by Jameson. Emor just couldn't bring it down. Had the goal wide open if he could have. Toss back in, and Jocelyn sending in back post. It's gone over everyone again, and chance is lost. Ocean, who has really grown into this game with another good interception there to break up the counter-attack. And the ball's kept in there, and well, for a second thought it was, but the referee now calling it out. And of course in the reserve games there is no linesman, so the referee all on our own. When we get to that first team game at 2 PM, that we will have the full match official complement. Their way down the line right now with throw-ins. DeMay and Throssi not on the same wavelength though, but Mikot doing well to batter that back and come away with it, and he's got such great feet, the skipper, and it's into him again. Got corner that time, still trying to fight for that, and he's done well to get a foot on that. And looking over the top there for Emor. The Ukrainian defence was alert to it though. And they're looking in for the ball in behind, but his attacker wasn't on the same wavelength. That's given out to Ossian. Here's Mikot to Dume. Lovely little flick by Dume. And Throssi. Give and go with Remador. And this is good by Misil, and it's played in towards Jameson. Centre back. With a good interception. It's going to be a Misil throw. But Misil having a good spell at the moment. Just not able to convert the possession dominance they're having right now into goal scoring opportunity. And Mikot going down too easily for the referee, and Ukrainians coming away with a chance to break. It's fed out to the left winger. And there's a Ocean making a good block there. Back with the Ukrainians though. And it's going to be whipped in, and Ocean with another towering header. And Mikot, who's back up on his feet, clean out somewhat. Emor battling well there, and he's done really well there, Emor. Looking down for Jollymore. And forced a throw in the end. It's really well dealt with there by Emor. Emor giving it to Remador. And Jameson getting whacked in the back. And Misil going to have a free kick for that one. It's a clattering tackle on his back. A few. And there's Throssi stepping up with a free kick. He's whipped around the wall, and it's off the bar! What a hit by Throssi! Everyone seemed to freeze for a moment, and that ball dipped just at the last minute, but not by enough. The goalkeeper was absolutely stranded there. And judging by this first half display so far by the new signing Rossi. Misil may have landed someone rather special. He's looked very good technically on the ball. But here comes Ukrainians on the break. First touch was not good enough though. Demore sent it down, but yeah, Rossi very, very tricky on the ball. Got very positive mentality, great technique, and that's a great bit of play there by Emor. It's not a good pass back into him though, and I think a couple of Misil players getting a little bit frustrated in that front line, and that's now fed through, and very quick off his line there, Demore. But that's a poor pass by Woody Ocean, and they're coming back again, and it's chipped in towards the back post. Ball still in play, sent back in, and Dumont spilled that one. They just need to get it out for a little bit. Misil, I think. And Dumont doing just that, and that was a high foot on Jolly Moore. Both sides are now hit the woodwork. We're in the last 5 minutes. And that's a good ball at the top to Rossi. Touch Brian backwards. He's still going in the box. Giving back to Jolly Moore, and Jolly Moore missing the target. And the referee just pausing play for the Ukrainians to make a change. And Misil pressing well. That's going to be a throw-in for them. That's wasted though by Domé. Remador battling well though, and did well with initial touches, and the ball has found its way through to Jume. And here's Rossi cutting aside and whipping it in back post. And the crossing from both teams has just been a little bit wayward so far. It's been a lot of stuff going to the back post. That's almost a very good 1-2 looking in for Emor. He's offside anyway, I think Emor, but the pass was not good enough. And it's been the underdogs, the Misil reserve team, who have had the better of this game, I think, on balance. They've had more possession. Ukrainians have looked very dangerous on the break and certainly have had good chances to score, but Misil had a bit more of the possession for the most part. And the biggest surprise so far really has been that neither team has produced a goal, because they've both created some good chances. Ukrainians just making another change there. The ball is tossed back. It's a good tackle in there by Rossi, and Rossi's won it back again. And he's got Jameson in some space in the middle. Jameson just about staying himself on side, giving it back to Rossi, but it's wasted again. Misil had the numbers there, but just the quality of the final ball not there. It's good win back there by Dumé. And Rossi has been absolutely cleaned out from the back. I think actually it's offside given. Rossi was offside, and the referee just giving both teams a final warning about the tackles. I think the next one's going to draw out a yellow card. It's a little bit reckless in the back behind Rossi. And it's sent in over the top to Mo. Ready for it. We caught giving it into Ramador. To Jocelyn. Sent up long, but that's loose by Dumont. Johnny Moore winning it back. Giving it to Miko. That's loose though by Ramador, and they've turned it over again, Ukrainians. Ocean reading that one well though. And both teams just being a little sloppy on the ball at the moment. We're in the final moment of this first half. And it's back with Dumont again. Emon just letting that one run off with the Ukrainian. And Dejani Mix coming on for Jameson. Looks like Dejani's going to go into that centre forward position. Toss down the line to Emo. Going back to Jollimo. And he inadvertently stepped on the Ukrainian foot, and that's a lot of weight to have on one foot, I have to say. And I would be in some significant pain as well if I got stepped on by Jameson Jollimo. And there's another Ukrainian down as well. He's up. The one who got stepped on is up. And number 17 though, looking in a bit more pain, up on his feet now. And the referee's going to restart with a drop ball. Let's play it out left to Dume. Looking over the top to Emon. He's got a little bit of space, Emon. Just getting caught up. It's Dejani on the ball, and that's a good tackle. And Ramador's shot is wayward, and that is probably the last action of any note for this first half. Both teams haven't had their chances, but haven't been able to convert them. And it's hoofed up long. Ramador getting a good head on it. And it's fallen to Dejani Mix. He's got Emon on his right. He didn't release it. And the referee blowing the half-time whistle. Both teams will be disappointed they couldn't get themselves on the score sheet. The Ukrainians hitting the post and then missing the rebound with a goal gaping. And Misir as well having a shot cleared off the line, and a spectacular free kick by the new signing Rossi, hitting the crossbar. But we go in all level between these two teams, guys. And do not go anywhere, we'll be back shortly. Misil just coming out of their team huddle. And they are very much in this, Misil. They went in knowing they're up against it, against this Ukrainian team who have won every game this season, but Misil looking a little bit stronger in that first half. Both teams certainly creating plenty of good chances. And just a reminder, guys, we're going to have the first teams of Ukraine and Misil facing off against each other directly after this game. And that is going to be quite the contest. Both teams really have to win that game to keep themselves within touching distance of the promotion zone. Top 3 in the Cosmopolitan League can get promoted. The top 1, automatic promotion, and 2nd and 3rd face off in a playoff. And our Misil lineup, it's the same as it was when going in at half time. So it's Dumont in goal, Joseph Jocelyn at centre back alongside Woody Ocean. We have Jean Domé at the left back. And then in the middle we've got Jimmy Mikot, Fred Remador. And right back we've got Gerson Jocelyn. The new signing, the Rossi, who's looked very dangerous on the left wing. That man on the ball, Johnny Moore, the number 13, in the attacking midfield position. To Johnny Mix, leading the line at striker, and Emo at right wing. And it's a Misil team with lots of attacking talent. Going back to Ocean, and Ocean out to Jocelyn, into Mikot, and he's fouled there, but the referee playing an advantage. And Johnny Mix just second to that ball, back with the Ukrainians. There's so much height between the attacking midfielder, the centre forward, and they've broken through now. The Ukrainians, they've got a 2-on-1. He's coming in, he's had the shot, but very comfortable for Dumont. That's a nice little give and go there by the Ukrainians, and it's a lively start. Joseph Jocelyn reading that one, and Remador finding Tharossi. Tharossi working that out well. It's a little bit loose by Emon there. And Tharossi almost won that back. And it's a good looking ball in behind again to the right winger. And he's got his big number 9 in there to find him, and he's whipped it in. Joseph Jocelyn getting out, but it's going to be sent in again. Dumont scrambling, it's headed back in, and it's in. Heading in the back post. And that is a super finish at the back post. I thought for a second that going to the side netting. Such a tight angle. But he squeezed it in, and the Ukrainians striking very early in this second half. And what do the men in blue have now in response? Ukrainians just caught them sleeping a little bit at the start of this second half. It's given up to the Rossi. There's a pitch battle there over the ball, and the referee giving the free kick to Misil. Ocean. Ocean will send that ball and it's just drilled directly in towards the box. Cleared out easy enough. Back with McCourt. He's been surrounded and Ukrainians have another chance to break here. And the winger's coming down there. He's got some space to drive into the number 9. It's out on the edge of the box. And he's going to have a strike here, and it's decently enough strike. It's fallen down again, the rebound. And the volley just gone past the post, and Ocean giving his midfielders an absolute mouthful there for not closing that ball down. And Misil really need to wake up. They had the better of that first half, but they've not looked awake so far, and they've been punished very early, and they do not want to fall too behind. So Rossi just getting caught on the turn. Touch on the line, but Ocean winning it. It's given a foul throw though on the right back. So it'll be a Misil throw for that foul throw. And you may throw it in to Jollymore. And it's switched across. Watched there by Jocelyn. Him on back to Jocelyn, into Mikot. Very tight though for Misil. Lots of red shirts around. That's a free kick given on the Misil. And Ukrainians are going to have another chance to send this one in. Ball's whipped in, and Ocean rising up well, and it looked like a head collision there, and it is a head collision. Referee hasn't seen it. And Woody Ocean and the number 9 still down. 2 big men, and they got big head collision there. The number 9's up, but Ocean's still down the ground. And he's sitting up now, thankfully, Ocean. He rose up well, the centre-back, to win that ball. Misil just going to sportingly give that back to Ukrainians. Both Ostian and the striker involved in the head collision back up on their feet. That's twisted out to the right back. That's sent up long early to the left winger. They couldn't bring it down. Misil would probably just like a little bit of good possession, just to steady the ship a little bit. Back to Jocelyn. But he's lost it, Jocelyn. The striker's coming into the box, and they can make it 2 here, Ukraine. Jocelyn just about doing enough there on the striker, and Johnny Moore bringing it down for Emo. That's gone out for a throw-in. Jocelyn very nearly getting caught out there on the ball, but he did recover well. The number 9 is gingerly moving after that tackle with Jocelyn. Play now resumes. Toss down the line to Jollymore. Getting back in. That's a little loose by throwing though, but Johnny Mix doing well there just to wrestle away from one. And he's one Misila throw in. Tossed in down the line to Johnny. He's kept it in, he's fed it. Tried to feed it across, but couldn't get the cross right. It's gone out behind for a Ukrainian goal kick. And the goal kick is finally taken. Brought down well by the Ukrainian centre midfielder. The Ukrainians looking for a high foot there, but the referee waving play on, and it's with Remedal, giving it into Rossi. It looks like he's moved into that centre forward position. Rossi just trying to take on too many players there. And the Ukrainians are coming away with it. He's done well though, Rossi, winning it back. And he's looking in behind for Emo. Decent idea, just a little ahead of Emo. Goalkeeper sending it back long again, and the big 23 getting his head in it. And it's flicked over Ocean. Jocelyn coming across well there just to cover for Ocean. And Ocean back to the goalkeeper, Dumas. But Ukrainians are pushing much higher up the field in this half, and they know Misil likes to play that ball out the back, and they're making it harder for them at the moment. And there's a coming together of bodies there. The referee letting play go on, and it's on the edge of the box. He's gonna have a strike, and Dumas saves it. He spilled it, but no one to follow up down the rebound. Looked for a second like that ball might have been spilled over his body, but relieved to see it rolling away from the goal. That's twice now in this half where Misil just given a little bit too much space to the Ukrainian midfielders on the edge of the box, and they're very nearly punishing that time. And Johnny Mix has moved out to that right wing and into Mikot and Remedor. Those two haven't quite had the same grip they had in the first half on this game. So important, those middle two for Misil. Very technical, very good on the ball. But just not quite getting enough of it at the moment to set the tempo of this game. And it's Ukrainians right now looking in flow. Ocean getting his foot in, and it's fallen back to Emon, into Remedor. And Jolimo on the turn. And that's a very good tackle by the Ukrainian centre-back. Good feet there by the Ukraine skipper. Looking in behind for the 17. And Jocelyn tracking that back well. It's going to be a corner for Ukraine. Ball is sent in, and it's coming together in the box, and it's still on the run there. Bites up and down. Mikot gets his head on it, and Emon completes the clearance. Ocean giving it out to Emon, and Misil will look to break now. Emon giving out to Johnny Mix. Looking in behind for Rossi, but sold him short. Rossi Doing really well to win that back, and he's won a free kick there for Misil. Great play by Throssi. Take it quickly out to Johnny. Johnny. Pass was blocked by hand, and it's going back to him again, the number 9. And he's lost that tackle there. Dume, it's going to be a throw into him though. It's a Johnny mix again. It's getting tugged in the back and went down, and Misil now going to have a free kick in a decent position. They push plenty of numbers forwards, Misil. It's going to be Johnny Mix to send it in, and it's not a good ball at all. Intercepted there by the centre back, and Ukrainians are going to try and break here. Jume racing back. He's looking for the early ball in for the number 9, but Ocean with another great interception. He's made some really important interventions. And Demar trying a very sneaky goal kick, I think, knowing full well that was going to be a corner kick, and the referee not buying it. It's going to beat the Ukrainians with another corner. The ball's sent in, and the back post just fraction too high for the big man, the striker. It's come back out again, sent in. Rudy Ocean getting a block on it. And guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. And if you are on the YouTube channel, we've got so much exciting content coming to you. The rest of this spring, we've got some very exciting developments for summer content as well, which is going to be announced in short order. But subscribe to our YouTube channel, guys. We really appreciate your support and appreciate you tuning in today to follow these two excellent teams we've got out here today. And Davins Alexis says, come on for Jollymore on the left side. Dumont intercepting it, and the attacker just coming in very late there on Dumont. And we're 60 minutes into this game with the Ukrainians leading courtesy of a very early second half goal. Misil had their chance in the first half, haven't managed to create anything in the second, but so much attacking talent out there on the field for Misil. Got to feel like they're going to get another sight of goal before this game is done. But maybe the Ukrainians can kill it before that happens. It's going out to the left winger, and he's looking to whip it in, and it's a decent ball. Sit down! Ocean with another important interception. And Remador half clearing it. Jocelyn getting a tackle, and it's sent back in, but wayward cross shot, whatever it was. Woody Ocean bringing the ball out, giving out to Jume. Jume just overran that, but it's cleared out back with Misil again. Tossed into Joseph Jocelyn, giving it back to Gerson Jocelyn. Ukraine pressuring that well. There's going to be another throw-in. to Johnny Mix with a industrial tackle on the Ukrainian. And it's going to be another Ukrainian free kick. Referee just keeping our cards still in the pocket. There's been no yellow cards or red cards so far. But here's another chance for Ukraine to get that ball into the box. Sent in long, and the free header, but did not connect with it. It's giving that to Gerson, but again, Ukrainians pressuring that ball. And that's very loose by Jocelyn there. And it's just not coming together for Misil at the moment. Struggling to keep the ball and struggling to, more importantly, get the ball up into areas where they may threaten. Centre but back comfortably for Ocean. Ocean into Mikot. To Johnny Mixon, nicely worked there by Misil. And the captain Mikot with some lovely feet, and it's up to Emo. Wriggling away from a couple of pressure, but in the end, for the Ukrainians was enough to get that ball back, but not on the save length there. Alexis and Shumei. Alexis giving it into Remador. Switched out to Jocelyn. Jocelyn's first touch just letting him down, and Ukrainians have taken it quickly. Played inside, and it's given to the number 17. He's got some space here. He's going to have a shot! And right at Domor. He caught that well, the 17. Just didn't get the direction he needed. Arshon looking up long for Therossi, who since moving centrally has seen a lot less of the ball. And that's someone Misil really need to be getting on the ball as they chase this game. Arshon looking up long for Therossi again. It's fallen to Alexis. His first touch let him down a little bit. And it's back with Alexis. Into Mikot. And there's a Ukrainian player down. Referee letting play go on for now. He's just maybe got a little bit of cramp. They're coming away, the Ukrainians, on the break. Mikot trying to just stay with that. And he's giving away a free kick. Mikot there. And Benjamin Alexandre, the coach, making some more changes. Jameson coming on. And it looks like it's going to be the Johnny Mix making way for him. So Jameson moving to that centre forward position, and Therossi out on the right wing. But here's the ball's delivered in, and it's a good ball, and Dumont opting to punch it. Back with the Ukrainians, but wasn't the right pass there. And here's Therossi back on that wing. First touch let him down a little bit there. Some beautiful feet there by the centre-back Jocelyn. Not bad at all for a defender. And Misil almost coming away with that for a break. Escaping with it though, the Ukrainians. And now they're coming down the left, and they've got a clear run through. Plenty of options in the middle as well. Fed into the back post. And that is a beautiful finish. His second of the game. And the Ukrainians are in pole position now to maintain their 100% winning record in the reserve division. So, cultured finish, just stroked into that back post. And they've really turned on the quality in the second half, the Ukrainians. Misil got about 20 minutes left to chase this game. They had a tough weekend last weekend as well, the reserves, losing 5-2 to Japan. Just has not come together for them at all in this second half. But here comes Throssi, looking to make something happen on that right. But Ukrainians getting lots of bodies around him. And that number 2 in Ukraine doing well there just to bring that ball away. And Mikot just getting caught in the middle there. And there might have been a collision of knees. And the referee is going to hold it up. And he's up, back on his feet again. And looks like the referee is going to free kick in the end. And Ukraine's back with it. And they're looking in behind, and it's a good dummy, and he's through the number 2 around the keeper, and that is a super goal by the Ukrainians, so carefully worked. Dummy took both the centre backs out of the play, and the number 2 showing ice cool nerves in front of the goal. And the Ukrainians are running away with it now. And that dummy alone is worth the watch back. Really sold the defenders, and it was perfectly weighted ball as well through. And it's short again by Remedor. And this may have been a scoreline that might have been expected at the start of the game, given the Ukrainians' record. But first half really was very, very close to fair. And Misil, probably slightly the better team, and really looked like they were going to be in it for the second half. But the Ukrainians came out of the gates running in the second half, and they've really put Misil to the sword. Oh shit, finding it out to the Rossi. Into McCourt. McCourt doing well just to hold on to that. But too many blue shirts around him. That's beautiful by the midfielder there. He's got a nutmeg, the goal scorer. Let's give him back to Dumont. And Dumais into Alexis. Alexis just sold it short to Remedor. And then need to keep that ball better, Misil. Jocelyn getting a free kick. Looking long up for Jameson. But it's hopeful stuff. It's one back to Remedor. To Rossi in a lot of space out on the right. He's looking in behind for Emil. He'll do well to keep that one on Emil. And defender in the end just shepherding it out. And Coach Alexandre making another change. So Phil Serafin coming in for Remedor. Jollymore looks like he may be sent in shortly as well. And here is Serafin with his first touch, given out to Mikot. Jocelyn looking in long. Jameson almost with the clever touch. It's forward back to Jameson, and he's had a flash shot worth the try. And that, I think, is Missil's first chance of this half. And to Johnny Mix coming back on, and Tharossi being withdrawn, maybe to save his legs. I think a captain of Missil's first team, Desamore, Tommy, were planning to give Tharossi some playing time in the first team game. And Mikot doing well just to wrestle his way past 3 tackles. But he's done a little bit too much there, it's gone out. And guys, just a reminder, we are going to have that first team game directly after this one, kicking off at 2 p.m. Ukrainians against Missil SC. Both teams currently sitting 7 points behind the relegation spots, but they have 2 games in hand. So if they can, either team can win both games in hand, they're suddenly within touching distance of the promotion playoff spot. And so really expecting an exciting contest there, as both teams desperately search out for those 3 points. And of course, Missil's been a team we've followed a lot this season. If you've seen any of their previous games, you know, whenever Missil show up, plenty of goals normally follow. Fortunately, in this reserve game, it's been all against them, but I'm sure the first team is going to have something to say about it, and these reserves may as well. There's still some time left. Mikot doing well to just wriggle into a shooting position, but didn't get the power on his turn. Ball sent long, and Jocelyn loses his touch, and it's back again with the Ukrainians. The left winger's got some space. And it's slipped in behind him. We still need to be careful not to concede a fourth. Plenty of Ukrainian numbers 4. He's come into the byline. Woody Oshian getting the initial clearance, and Jumay having to kick it out for a corner. And the ball's pinged in towards the penalty spot. Bounced around in there. Oshian clears it out, and Edmore streaking forwards with that pace. Driving at the centre back, and he's not messing around, still going forwards. He slipped it through to Jameson, and Jameson is through here. Can he make it 3-1? And it is a crucial last-ditch intervention by the goal scorer. Edmore doing terrific work. He must have brought that ball up about 80 yards. Electrifying pace, and slipped it in perfectly for Jameson, and it was a critical last-minute intervention right before he pulled the trigger. Missil having to settle for a corner. Sent in towards the back post, but it's another one that's gone far over, and it is a narrow pitch, which may partly be why both teams have just need to recalibrate a little bit on their delivery into the box. A lot of the balls have been going over everyone in the area. Almost thrown, and here is the number 2, who's had a terrific game for the Ukrainians. And it's just a loose touch there by the winger. Up to Alexis. Alexis finding Jameson. Jameson trying to get on that turn. He's got Emon ahead, looking to slip in. Emon, the centre back, was first to it. That's a good 1-2 in the middle. And they're coming forwards again, the Ukrainians. He's got plenty of options ahead. He's 4-3, slipped through the number 5, and he strayed offside, going for a very cheeky lob. And Jollymore coming on for Alexis. Jollymore going into that left wing position. That ball just came off of the centre midfielder's hand. So it's going to be Misil, free kick. Jollymore lucky to get away with that, but what can he do with it now? And the midfielder about half of Jollymore's size, but getting a touch in there. And referee just holding play for another Ukraine sub.
Hey, be done.
And it's tossed into McCourt. But it's loose, and Ukraine's going to have another chance to break here. Looking in behind, the ball's flipped around to Ocean, but Joseph Jocelyn covering the space again, sending it up to Johnny Mix. And to Johnny Mix, he's got such clever hips, that man. He's always keeping the defender guessing which way he's going to take that first touch. Got a throw in there. And they've gone in over the top there, but that one's forced. Serafin bringing it down in the middle. Giving up to Emon. It's a nice turn there. Giving it to Mikort. Mikort back to Serafin. Serafin just trying to get through too tight a gap there, and he's brought down the Ukrainian from behind. I don't think there's any complaints about that free kick. And he's got the first yellow card of the game for that one. It's a sloppy tackle. It's just drilled down towards the right winger. Ocean canning in towards that and winning it. And coming away with it. Looking up towards Emon. And Emon caught in the back there, and that's going to be a free kick for Misil. And we keep getting one or two pitch invaders from this running event who don't seem to be aware of the soccer regulation dimensions. Ocean with a free kick here. He's going to drill this one in. Got a bit of height up there. And he's whipping it in towards to Johnny Mix. Initial ball was cleared out. And that was a Maradona handball there. He went up with the hand as his head was there. The referee surely got a book of that. He's going to get a yellow card for that one. That was like 1986 all over again, bringing back nightmares for me as an England fan. Not sure why exactly he did that in that position, but Misil edging up with the free kicks, and Jollymore standing over it very ominously, about 25 yards out. And he can hit them, Jollymore. 2 men in the, or 3 now in the Ukraine wall, and Johnny Moore steps up, and keeper had to make an acrobatic stop. Johnny Moore getting that up and over the wall really well, but it was down the middle. A good stop by the keeper. And Johnny Moore sending in this corner. Johnny Mick's got the header on it, but couldn't get direction or power. And the Ukrainian reserves are very nearly there to their sixth consecutive win. Centre Mikot. And just coming together the legs, and the referee is going to give that one to Misil. Giving out to Serafin, and the referee calling it back again, I think. Just been moved a little bit too far forwards, and Ocean now will take that one. Ocean sending it in long to Dumais. And Dumais coming away with it. But the referee spotting a little tug there by Dumais. And Ukrainians will come away with it. Got some space down the line. And they're still going, the Ukrainians. They slipped in behind. They could get 4 here. And he's made it 4. And the Ukrainians capping off a super afternoon for this reserve team. They cut through the middle of the Misil defence again. And when they've had those one-on-one chances in the second half, they have been lethal, the Ukrainians. And the reserves are going to fall, the Misil reserves are going to fall to a successive defeat. It's been a little tough spell for Misil. And the way things look, this Ukrainian team, I think the only real competition left, the big team they have to face this reserve team is the Borgetta reserves, I believe. I think have also won all of their games. And that, most likely, the way things are, going to be the decider of who's going to win the reserve league. And they're looking in behind again. Ocean intercepting that one. And that one's sent in Dumais, sorry. Reading it. And here's Serafin. And it's loose again. Misil will probably be looking back to that first half and thinking, particularly the one where Emor had a shot cleared off the line. Thinking back to how different that game would have been. They could have got ahead. And it's played across again, and that's 5! And the Ukrainians are absolutely rampant now. It's a terrific break down the left by the left back. Set it on a plate for the centre forward who made no mistakes. And it's turned into a bit of a rout. We have about 5 minutes left in the game. And Misil Reserve's probably going to just want this one to end at this point. And the Misil first team certainly be hoping for a better showing out They're much closer in the table. They're actually just ahead, Misil, ahead of the Ukrainians in the table. Level on points. And there is the final whistle for our reserve game. It was a very close game in the first half, 0-0. Misil having slightly better over the chances, but the Ukrainians came out all guns blazing in the second half, scoring early in the second half and showing a ruthless display, putting in 5. And guys, do not go anywhere. We'll be back very shortly for the first teams in their promotion battle game. of Missile FC and the Ukrainians. This is a must-win game for both teams. If we have a quick look at the Cosmopolitan League table, you're going to see that both those teams sitting in the mid-table, but they have a lot of games in hand. Japan winning yesterday against Eintracht means that Missile and the Ukrainians, if they win both their games in hand, they are going to be just a few points off of that promotion spot in touching distance if the Japanese slip up. But really, this is a game both have got to win. The Missile came off actually in an epic game against Japan last week. Unfortunately, we were streaming another game at the same time, an excellent game as well that we were streaming, but Missile coming back from 2-0 down against the Japanese to win 3-0, a Brandy Sinas goal being the difference. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Ukrainians having a heavy defeat against Central Park Rangers, 3-0. So it's Missile FC coming in with a little bit more momentum, but both teams expected to be very closely matched. So guys, without further ado, let's have a look at our Missile FC starting lineup. We have got the team being led by the head coach, Mackerson Fontes. The team management is Benjamin Alexander, and a big thank you again to Benjamin for bringing us in. We have a new signing, a backup goalkeeper, Giuliano Gustave. The starting goalkeeper, number 1, Juan Antonio Umana. We have number 2, Jean-Pierre Louis, defence. We have number 3, we're expecting to start at centre-back, Aquino. We have number 4, Cole Spagnoli. Number 5, the captain, Jeffrey Desamore. We have number 6, Sammy Raymond, who is going to be probably starting on the left-back position. And we have the man on top, the lethal Brandy Sinas, who has scored countless goals this season, and as I said, got the winner last week for Missile against Japan. We have also at the right-back position, number 8, Luvensky Jean. Kenderson DeLise, number 9, back from suspension, a very dangerous attacking midfielder. Got number 10, Khalil Simon, another of the Missile all-star attacking lineup who has got plenty of goals and assists in them. In the central midfield, we've got Wolf Surprise. At the back, we've got Snyder Cadet. Bado Simon, another centre midfielder. We have number 15, Omar Aragon, who scored a super goal last weekend for Missile. We have number 18, Pierre-Richard Louis-Jos, a fullback. We have number 19, Martinez Cabrera, the winger. We have number 20, Gary Filogin, another dangerous attacking player. Number 21, Ricardo Casimir, very lively up there. Number 22, Kenley Lalane, attacking player.
Thanks for doing this.
And finally, we have number 23, Augusta Aron, who was brought in to shore up the defence. And there is our Missile FC lineup. Facing off against the Ukrainians today. And what a game we are expecting today. Khalil, score prediction. 3-1 from Khalil Simon. All right. How many goals for Khalil Simon in that? 2 for Simon. All right. And a referee calling the teams onto the field. How you doing? Good to see you, referee. That's a big pitch.
One man system killing me. Do the kiddies and go home. I do 2 kiddies, work out the same way as 1 adult game, 2 hours. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot.
Yeah, by yourself it's hard because the offsides crazy to catch.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're by yourself.
It's a big pitch. It's a big pitch. Yeah. All right. Good luck. Good luck. And let's have a look at who we've got out there for our Misil starting lineup. We've got the new signing, Julian Augustev in goal. Aaron alongside Aquino in centre back. Luigios at right back. The captain, Desamor, on the left back. Levensky Jean and Vado Simon in the centre midfield with Aragon sitting in there, and it looks like that's alongside Sammy Raymond. Khalil Simon be leading the line. Oh, sorry, Brandy Sinas. He's got a new haircut. Of course, how could you leave Brandy Sinas out of the starting lineup? So it'd be Brandy and then Simon, who returned. And we are off and underway. Misil FC kicking off. No, sorry, I was just having a quick word with the very nice referee, the racing officials ringing their bell right next to us. I just thought I might interfere a bit. But anyways, football is going underway. Misil in the blue, the Ukrainians are in the red. And this really, as I said, a must-win game for both these teams. Chasing that third place playoff spot. And here's Vado Simon giving out to Mr. Louis. Sorry, Louis just. And he's just sold a little bit short by Gustave and just having to give that one out. And thrown back in by the Ukrainians. And it's an early free kick for the Ukrainians in a good position. Be able to cross this one in. And thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Thank you, Steve-O, for tuning in. Really appreciate you guys joining us for this coverage and supporting the teams. And just delayed, the ball was kicked out pretty far. It's just been retrieved now. It's a very nice early position though for the Ukrainians. There's 3 men in the Misil wall, not a particularly high wall. And the ball's delivered in. And it's missed by Jean, still bites around. Aaron with a spectacular bicycle kick clearance. And Vado Simon completing the clearance. And the Ukrainians coming out with it. And there's all all kinds of bells ringing today, it seems, in Greenpoint. Race bells, got an Orthodox church bell going behind us. And that's a free kick they're given again on Misil against Jean. And Jean, normally someone who's playing on that right back, but they put Luigios there instead, and Jean moving into that defensive midfield position. Sent up long, crossfield ball. Kept in by their 15, and Decimal, the early test. Well read there by Aquino though, and cleared out. It's going to be sent back in directly, and he's found a little bit of space. Come into the left winger. We're just having to be very careful as he moved into the box, giving back to the number 19. But we still need to be really careful there. There's a really big gap between the right back and centre back there. And it still is there. There's a number 12 just sitting in it. Aquino dropping back in there now. It's sent back in. Aaron just getting a little nick on it. And Louis just putting it out for a corner. Ukrainians dominating these opening few minutes of the match. And the ball's delivered in, near post, low. He's got his first touch, only could get it back to the winner again. He's going to have another go at it. Louis just getting a good foot on it. And Aragon looking out for Kiliusimo. And he's still just not able to keep that ball at all at the moment. It's back with the Ukrainians. Played into the centre midfielder. He's turned sharply, looking in over the top. And he's set away his winger. Two options in the box at the moment. Cuts back to his fullback. And it's sent in towards the back post. Over everyone. And again, that narrow pitch causing some troubles for both teams, that crossing. And Kalos Simon clearing out. And here's Aragon, who got himself a goal last week. And it's a nice dink into Levensky John. And trying to set away Brandy Sinas. And Sinas is gallivanting after that ball. Levensky John following up in the middle. Sending by Sinas to the back post and just ahead of Jean Delis keeping it in. Oh no, he hasn't, he's just gone out. But Misil showing their teeth for the first time in the game. Good ball over the top by Jean to Sinas. And Sinas very nearly finding Jean again at that back post. Louis just looking for Sinas, but cut out easily by the defender. Aquino getting his foot on that. Back with the Ukrainians again, spread out to the right winger. With a hopeful ball in, Aquino getting the first head on it, and Khalil Simo winning that second ball. Giving it to Valo Simo. But it's loose, and Misil wasting that ball. And the Ukrainians, interestingly, have one of the few teams in the Cosmopolitan League that has not scored many goals, but also has not conceded many goals. They've scored 5, conceded 5 in the 5 games they've played so far. So, by the looks of things, it's a difficult team to break down, but maybe looking to get 1 or 2 more at the other end as well. They have looked a little threatening early on, though, and Aaron hit the clearance. Gustave just about keeping it from going out to a corner. But it's going to be a throw to the Ukrainians deep inside of Misil's half. And Valo Simon, a little coming together. The referee didn't give anything. It's another hopeful ball out. Pierre-Richard Louis just does not have a huge amount of height. Nice to get something on that. Khalil Simon don't have to cover it back, but it's back with the red shirts again, and Misil cannot get a foot on the ball at the moment. Moving it well in there, the Reds, and the space is starting to open up a little bit. Decimal watching that ball well. And Aaron completing the clearance. And Simon there has managed to wriggle away, and he's got a little bit of space, the number 9. Back from his suspension. Got clipped in the heels, referee playing advantage. John into Sinas. Going out to Aragon. into Decimo, and Misil with their first real bit of proper possession in the half, and it's a good spool switched out to Simo. Just Brandy Sinas in the box right now. Simo coming around his man, getting on that left foot. Oh, mishit his shot. I think he felt like that should have been a corner, but a referee not given. Simo, another really dangerous attacking player. I think this Misil FC front three of Sinas, Delis and Khalil Simo may well have a strong claim to being one of the strongest attacks in the second division. With the exception of one game this season, they have scored 3 or more every single one. Also tended to leak them a bit as well. Haven't kept a clean sheet this season. And that was just behind Khalil Simo there by Aragon. Tossed into the centre midfielder, and the number 8 who's set the tempo well, and he's got a good pass out there to the winger. Cutting inside, he's played it into the number 13. And Louis just anticipating that well. It's loose again from Misil, and Ukraine back with it, but it's lost by the 9. And here comes Delis. He's got Decimo overlapping on his left, and Delis surging past one, get caught up on the second, and the Ukrainians contain that danger. He loves those bursting runs up through the defence, Delis. Such a terrific mix of technical ability, awareness, and just raw athleticism. And he's looking for the long ball over the top to the left winger, but couldn't cut across the ball. That ball just ran away from Decimo. So it'll be another Ukrainian throw. He's brought it down, the big man up top. Switched out to the left back. Fenstein is on the turn. He's looking in behind, but well read there by Aaron. And they found that gap again between the centre back and the right back. It just moved offside. Sent long up to Simo, and the left back winning that one. And Aragon just caught the back of the 19 Teals there, the 13 Teals, sorry. That's out with the left back again. Simon trying to wrestle that ball back, couldn't get a full net. And Decimo doing well there, the captain, to get that ball back. It's given up to Aragon. And Decimo. It's looking in behind first Sinas, but first header one and the second by the Ukrainian defender. Eventually Jean could not bring that one down. And brought down there, and trying to just find that shooting shot into the box, but Gustave out very quickly off his line. But these first 15 minutes really have been all the Ukrainians. Dominated possession so far, but they've always got to stay away when they got that man Brandy Sinas on the back man, and very nearly getting his foot onto that one. He's played down the line. Bado Simon coming away with that. And Misil just need a little bit of period on the ball. Giving it to Levensky Jean. Jean out to Aragon. Back into Aragon. And Pierre-Louis making a run down the right. Well anticipated though by the left back. And Ukraine will come away with it. And Pierre-Louis is is out of position. But switch field pass did not connect. Desmond tossing it into Delise. Back to Aaron. Aaron giving it to Gustave. Gustave out to Simon. Simon trying to flick onto Sinas, but again, just not able to transition that ball out the back, Misil. And they're coming back at them again. Ukrainians, it's found in towards the back post. He's into the box, looking back across. And Aaron clearing out for another corner for Ukraine. And Ukrainians really will want to capitalise on this stage of dominance they've had. They're going to have the chance here with this corner. They're sent in towards, there's the box. Aragon knocking the ball out wide. It's a good turn though by the number 11. Set back across and Desimor with a really important header. He had another Ukrainian player behind him just waiting for the back post header. They've still got it, Ukraine. Deep back in. And it's just gone over. Attacking header came off of like Simon. There might have been Aquino there. They're going to have another chance. The Ukrainians. Misil really rocking right now. Just need to get that ball out for a bit. Aquino getting the first header on net. And Delise getting the clearance. Nice toss down the line and Ukraine's back with it again. Pushing forwards and looking for the game to go, but opting to go back. And they just ran that one out, the Ukrainians there. The referee just about letting off the Ukrainian player there for that kick away the ball, just giving him a verbal warning. Louis just will toss the ball back in. Louis just being coached back to where the throw has initially just gone out. Simon doing well there just to get that ball out and switching it to Aaron. And Aaron with another good pass out to Desimor. And Desimor breaking through. And it's into Delise, is looking in for Sinas, but intercepting well by the Ukrainians, who have not given them much to sniff, but they have a chance now at the other end. Ukrainians, Aaron has been slipped, he's through on goal, and he's put it in. The Ukrainians have been all over Misil so far in this half, and they got their deserved goal on the break. Ironic given how much possession they've had that it was in the end just a direct ball that set up that goal. Route one stuff, and the attacker just wriggling away from Aaron and finishing well. And Misil are going to have to chase against a team that does not concede many goals. Sent up long though, and it's just bounced around a little bit awkwardly. How are Misil going to react to this one? But they're coming forwards again, the Ukrainians, and they've got some space to the left. Aquino half clearing it, still in around there, and the referee, that's a little bit of a soft free kick, I have to say. Looked like a body-to-body, but he's given it against Aquino. And Ukrainians are going to have another free kick. What can Ukraine do with this free kick sent in? Aaron getting the first header on it. Back in, and he's hit a very hopeful strike. It's gone well wide and high. Aaron giving it to Gustave. Out to Louis Piet. Louis Just. And Ukraine closing it down well. Tossed into Aragon and couldn't find Simon. Ukraine really compacting the space. Every time Misil get the ball. They're looking over the top again, and Gustave off his line quickly. And Gustave just putting his foot through that one, looking out for Delise. Couldn't find him. And it's nicely worked there by the left back to wriggle away. Pass was just off though, and Aquino into Kelly Simon. And Simon with a beautiful touch there around the fullback. And Sinas just demanding that ball be found to his feet. He hasn't really seen any of the ball except for one breakaway, Sinas. We still need to get him more involved. And here's Delise, another danger man, giving it into Luvensky Jean. Back to Delise, into Aragon. But it's loose. That was a late tackle though on Aragon, and it's going to be a Misil free kick. Eventually Jean will take the free kick. Looking up long, but right into the goalkeeper's hands. And that's loose there by Louis Just, and they've got another opportunity to break through the middle. He's already got one to his name. Can he make it to Gustave out really well? And he's cleared the second ball as well. The new signing Gustave coming to the rescue of the Misil defence there. But here's Sinas now with his first chance to drive that ball. Trying to get around the five. The five reading it well. Sinas giving it into Jean. Decimo looking for the long one to clear Simon. Centre back gets the first head on it. It's going to go out for a Misil. Thrown deep inside of the Ukrainian half. Giving into Aragon. That's a clever little ball into Levensky John. Sinas on the turn, on his left foot, he's going to fall to clear some more. And it's a last-ditch tackle, taking the ball off of Simor's trigger foot. And I think two different players went in for that tackle. I think the Ukrainians ended up also colliding against each other. And one of them looking down in a bit of pain. And both up. And it may have actually been a defender who got that last tackle, and Simon may have caught one of them just as he was trying to shoot. Innocent tackle. And the referee just waiting to see if the Ukrainians is going to make a substitution. They have. Both the injured parties are now back again, and plays resumed with a drop kick. Keeper just going for route one there, and Aaron content to let it go out for a throw-in. Shot back in there, and getting onto the left. We're looking to whip it in. Aquino clearing it, but back again with the Ukrainians. And that's clever there by Aragon. And giving it to Valo Simon. Sinas out to Aragon. Simon to Pierre-Louis. And looking for the direct run to Sinas. Sinas has brought it down. He's got a chance here. Sinas on the volley. And what a hit by Sinas! He only needs one chance at number 7. And in the blink of an eye, he has brought this game back level. Louis just with a hopeful chip up to Sinas, who expertly brought it down. And the rest is history. What a finish into the top corner. And Misil, who have been second best for most of this game, so far at least, are back level and may well change the dimension as well of it for Misil, give them a bit more belief. I tell you what, that number 7, Brandy Sinas, we may well see him on a bigger screen one day. As every game we have seen him, he has shown some real talent. As a foul throw they're giving against Misil. They need to go back and do a little bit, some of the practice with it. There's going to be a throw to me.
And Marseille, is that a part of? Not that I know.
Jacob, don't talk to them next time. Keep the ball. Into Louis Just. And he's just turned him a little bit. And Aquino sliding in, but he got a foot on the head there. I think it was accidental, but it was late. And the referee's going to come and deal with this. And Aquino is writhing around in pain. I think he got that one right to his face. And he's up now, Aquino. Not sure where he got the blow. Might have been in his nose, or wherever it was. Looked very painful. I think it's right on the jaw. And he's back up on his feet now. Aquino, thankfully. I think it's probably, yeah, probably was on the nose. He's got a bloody nose. And that. It's got hurt. The referee now is bringing out a yellow card for the offender who has walked about as far away as he can from the incident. I do think it was an innocent enough tackle. He's just a little bit late, and just unfortunate to catch a mark on the face. And whilst we have this stoppage, guys, I'll take this moment to let you know that this is not our only Cosmopolitan League Actions Day. We are going to have at 6 p.m. other promotion spot chasers. FC Sanzak, fresh off of their epic win last week against Deportista, facing off against Williamsburg International. That'll be at 6 p.m, guys. Tune in for that one. Aquino back up on his feet, and we just looking up for Sinas. Sinas not getting the flick on he's looking for though. Yeah, flip to Simon, and Sinas bringing it down well. Just let that ball run away from his feet though. And the Ukrainians now with a chance to drive up, looking in behind, but Gustav will gather that, racing off of his line. And giving it out to Luigias, who got that assist for Sinas. Loose though by Calissimo, and it's sent in over the top, and it's a decent looking ball. Just in behind that number 15. That's given out to Decimo. That's just a little bit loose by the Ukrainians, and that goal has just taken the wind out of their sails. The Ukrainians were absolutely dominant in the first 25 minutes of this game. All over the game. And here they come again though, Misil. Aragon's looking in for Khalil Samor. But yeah, the Ukrainians really dominant. But it just took a moment, half a chance for Sinas, and that superb volley bringing Misil back level. And suddenly, everything's looking just a little bit more bright for the men in blue today. That's nicely worked though there by the Ukrainians, and Aaron just going a little bit in too hard on the back of the Ukraine striker, and they're going to have a free kick, Ukraine. They played it short. past the halfway mark in this game, and there's space again between the right back and the centre back. But Aquino intercepts that. Sinas just let that ball run out.
In the air, it's not basketball. In the air, it's still out. Ball went out. Way over. Way over.
And that's loose by the Ukrainians, and it's up with Sinas. Vados Simon streaking forward. He's looking in behind for Delis, and he's found Delis. Delis cutting in on that right, and it's been blocked by the centre back. And the Ukrainians almost learning the hard way. You do not give the ball to Misil in that sort of area. They did well there to recover though. Delis to take the corner. Sent in, and it's cleared out. And Valdo Simon took a snapshot. Went wide. And it's fallen to Aragon, but won immediately back by Ukraine. Levensky John intercepting it into Sinas. Back to Simon. Vado Simon was just loose with that pass to Aragon, and they're racing forwards now. The Ukrainians coming up on the right. Aquino can't get across, and he's got a chance here. And they've hit them on the break again, Ukraine. And that's a really soft goal for Misil to concede. It was given away in the midfield, and the Ukrainians again just going direct over the top, find that space in behind. And Misil find themselves behind once again. We promise you excitement from these two teams, and certainly delivered that in this first half so far. Looking again for Sinas, and keeper coming out quickly to gather it. And Louis just putting the pressure, and here's Levetsky's shot. Sinas trying to turn away, and referee waving play on. Sinas trying to break around that fullback. Is going to be a front for Misil. I think just as Sinas was moving, an elbow went into the chest accidentally. And Aragon was trying to shepherd around that ball, but couldn't get contact. We're in the final 5 minutes of this half, with Ukraine ahead narrowly. And that keeper has got a heck of a hoof on him. Sent up long. Valosimo reading it. They're looking in for that space behind again, giving out to the left winger. Kalissimo tracking back, getting a foot on it. Tossed in by the number 19. And they're looking for the switch, but ball was just whipped in a little bit too tight there. Aaron looking up long. Aragon couldn't bring it down. And that's loose again, and it's given into Jean. Looking over the top for Delise, the centre back just amending for that pass with an interception. And they're moving it around again, the Ukrainians, and it's a good ball over the top. Aaron coming across well to clear that out. Tossed into number 11, and Delise getting a foot in. There's a good tackle there. Decimal giving it back to Delise, but intercepted there. And back again with Ukraine, who since they've got that second goal are looking well in control, and that ball was meant to be flashed across the box, but went in behind the goal. Given out to Aaron, into Levetsky Jean, and back to Aquino, but the pressure is heavy again, and he's put Gustav into trouble, and they've got a chance here. And Monsieur Casilla right before half time, a third goal, and that was really a mess of their own making. And they've got a long way to come back now, Misil. Ukraine pressing really high up, and it was just a short pass back to Gustav, who could only get a sliding tackle on it, and it fell right to a grateful Ukrainian. And Misil really got a big task ahead of them now in the second half. You would not put it past them. They can score a lot of goals, this team, but they have not really found their rhythm at all yet, Misil. Decimal was looking in, cleared back the keeper with a great pass out though to the winger. Delise winning back though. Levensky Jean getting into Aragon, who's twisted sharply, and he's looking in behind for Delise. And it's good idea there by Aragon. Too much weight on the pass. And the Ukrainians are looking for a fourth here before half time. That one's over hit. Aaron coming across to watch the ball out. And Aaron with a shocking throw in there. Didn't get there behind his head there. Right next to the linesman. Tossed back, and it's sent in towards the back post. Brought down by the winger. Louis just clearing it out, but it's going to be a Ukraine corner, which will probably be the last bit of action of this first half. With the Ukrainians unbalanced to play, deservedly going in 3-1 half time. Brandy Sinas though getting a superb goal for Misil, and that ball's gone in over everyone. But Misil will be really disappointed with the goals they conceded. Two just from direct route one balls straight down the middle, and the third one getting caught out on the back. Trying to pass it out. And they have come back from behind before Misil just last weekend, 2-0 down to Japan FC, and they came back in dramatic fashion to win 3-2. And it's going to take similar heroics today, but this is a Ukrainian team who, I've said at the start of the game, has only conceded, well, now 6 goals in 6 games, including this one. That's played up to Aquino. Aquino living a little bit dangerously there, but he's brought it out, and Louis Just, he's lost it though, and the Ukrainians may try and fashion out one more chance, and they're going to get a free kick in a good position. And number 8 and 11 standing over the ball. Misilov put 4 on the wall. Steps over, and number 11 is going to whip it in. Gustav gathering it on the second attempt. Decently enough hit by the number 11, but straight at Gustav. And what can Sinas do with this? Nothing. It's very difficult for him. Surrounded by 2, the ball's bouncing. And there is the half-time whistle. Ukrainians going in 3-1 ahead. Been much the better team in this first half. They went 1-0 up. Misil bringing it back very much against the run of play with a spectacular Brandy Sinas volley. But then 2 goals of their own making, Misil given to Ukraine, losing the ball twice, and Ukrainians punishing them. So, Misil going to have to chase this game as they look for that win to get into the promotion spot race. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back. Maxim Fontes is going to have to give quite the team talk for Misil to turn this game around. They can just shore up that defence and get a little bit more of that ball. Misil. They're going to be in with a chance. They've such a threat in that attacking line. They just haven't been able to keep that ball enough to find them up there. And big shout out, guys, to everyone who's watching. Thank you, Pierre. Thank you, Kazem. Thank you, David, Daphne. Appreciate you guys tuning into the live stream and to support the teams. Get the YouTube up. And they're back on the field now, Misil. And if they lost this game, it really would scupper any hopes of making those promotion spots unless they could really, the teams ahead of them dropped a lot of points. The Ukrainians with this will be moving 5 points from the top 3 spot. With the game in hand, so they could move, they can win their other game in hand, and they won this one, they would move within 2 points of that 3rd place playoff promotion spot. Is the 2nd and 3rd teams that will play off. The 1st team automatically goes through. Borgetto right now, of course, leading the table, 3 points ahead of Central Park Rangers. And Misil starting the 2nd half with the same team that went in. Aquino and Aaron, centre back Gustave in goal. The captain Decimo at left back. Louis Just at right back. Khalil Simo even at right wing. Varo Simo and Levensky Jean in the centre midfield. Delis on the left wing. Aragon on the centre attacking midfield position. And Brandy Sinas, who got that spectacular goal in the 1st half, leading the line. And it's set up long over the top, but right to Gustave. Playing into Aaron, and they let in one by giving the ball away right in their own penalty area. Misil needs to be careful not to do it again, because the Ukrainians, and that's a beautiful bit of play, the Ukrainians pushing them really hard when they do have that ball at the back. It's given to Aaron again. Aaron looking up for Sinas, who's in a little bit of a wrestling match. He comes away with it. Khalil Simon was looking for it over the top, given back to Varo Simon. Got Louis Just streaking down the right, but he's lost it in the middle, Aragon. And they're coming again, the Ukrainians. Good interception there by Aquino. That's almost a very nice touch into the central player. Back with Misil again though. Decimo just letting that ball run away from him. And that's a loose pass. He's going to stay with the red shirts though. And the number 8 and 13 for the Ukrainians have really controlled the tempo of this game so far. Done really well, just keep that ball, look very calm on it in the middle all the time. That's intercepted there though. Levensky John looking with a smart flick out to Sinas. Sinas just second best at, but Delis was looking to capitalise on the seconds, couldn't. Sinas still down, which is always a concern for Misil. And Maxim Fontes making his first change of the day. Sammy Raymond coming on for Decimo. Sammy Raymond moving into that left back position. Brandy Sinas finally back up on his feet, moving that leg gingerly. Omar Aragon taking the captain's armband in Desamor's absence. Referee giving that ball back to Ukraine, and plays off again. Playing in there, looking in behind again for that space, Ukrainians. He's up on the right. He's got two guys coming in the back post. He's found the back post option, and it really should have been 4 there. It's an excellent ball in by the winger. And the attacker of the back post could not get the direction on it. But Ukrainians starting the second half much they did the first, in control. Aragon giving it back to Gustav. A little bit loose his first touch. Aquino just need to get this out, and fortunate to win himself a free kick there, Aquino. And Raymond into Luvensky John. But the Ukrainians got so many numbers in there, and he sold him short again, Luvensky John. Gustav just about getting ahead of that, but they've really playing themselves into such trouble right now, Misil. Sammy Raymond, bicycle kick, but more in the middle than anything. It's fallen to Ukraine. He's had a shot. Aquino getting the block. Tossin, he's had a snapshot, and it's tipped off the bar. Gustav tipped it onto, I think, the soccer goal crossbar, and then it hit the American football crossbar directly after that. Misil again just caught napping. And it's whipped in towards the back post. He's gone up, and it's a really, really important header by Aaron. That would have been a certain goal if he hadn't got something on that. Sammy Raymond blocking it. And Aragon to Jean. But again, just getting pressed so hard by the Ukrainians. They're not able to escape it. Aaron half clearing it, number 8, and he can have a shot, and he caught that well. Ended up going a couple of feet wide of the post. But Ukraine's number 8 really has controlled the midfield thus far. And Khalil Simon, though, that's a good first touch. Well, I said for a second until that number 8 I've been praising came across and covered it. The keeper putting his foot through it. And Vado Simon intercepting it, and that's a nice little turn by Aragon, and doing well to get it to Jean. And Louis Just into Simon and Kennison Delis. But again, Misil losing it. Levensky John, though, with a good tackle there. And Delis was looking to switch it, got blocked. Khalil Simon with a good turn there, giving it to Brandy Sinas. Looking in behind for Aragon. And Aragon's onside. Moving to the box. You're all by himself. You have his man himself. And he's just flashed it over the bar. That's a good break there by Misil. Sinas with a really nicely weighted pass through to Omar. He had a lot left to do, so had two defenders. The goalkeeper sending it up long. Looking for the winger, but that ball's gone out. It's a wasted throw by Misil, back with the Ukrainians again. That's fed out right to the winger. He's got one-on-one with Sammy Raymond, cutting in on that left. Delis doing really well to track back. He's given it to Aragon. Delis, a lovely twist there. And he's looking up for Simon, but it's intercepted. And besides that, recent foray forwards by Aragon into the box and Brandy Sinas' sublime volley, the Ukrainians have looked very, very compact at the back, true to their reputation, as the form would suggest. Samiran looking up for Aragon. Aragon just getting hauled down a little bit. The referee not giving anything. And he's done well, Aragon, to win it back. And Sinas giving it to Aragon. He just had to check his run and he's offside. Much to the fury of the Misil bench. Coming up again, the Ukrainians on the left side. Play back to the centre. Switched out to the winger. He's going to whip it in, and it's just behind his attacking options there. Be a Misil throw. So we're 15 minutes into the second half. Misil trailing 3-1 in a game that they really have to win to have any chance of catching the top three and getting themselves a playoff promotion spot. Paolo Simon giving up to Sinas. And Sinas, that's a very clever ball in behind. And Aragon's through here, and he's onside Aragon. Can he make it two? It's saved. Falls back to the bench, Gijon! And he has totally fluffed the rebound. And that was a really good chance for Misil to get back in this game. Sinas with Such a clever ball in behind. Aragon running in behind. Keeper making a good first save, and Levensky Jean is coming back at him and bouncing. Wasn't easy. And he did not get the connection at all he's looking for. And Ukraine escaping from that one. And meanwhile, I've got Rossi, who, if you saw in the reserve game, very exciting attacking winger from Misil, just got signed and he's warming up. Looks like Coach Fontes is going to send him in shortly to try and inject some new life into Misil. Giving up to Luvensky Jean. Raymond up to Delis. Delis cutting back inside. And looking out for Louis Just, and it's a very good switch out to Louis Just. But his first touch let him down, the right back. And Ukraine just content to let the play settle a little bit after that scare with Aragon and eventually Jean's chance. They're looking out again for that long switch, the Ukrainians. 10 looking for the flick on, but cutting a lonely figure out there on that right side, and Gustave gathering the ball, and the Ukrainians just sitting a bit deeper now. Up to Aragon. Just clever little nutmeg there, back to Raymond. And Aquino's just lost it. Luckily fell back to Aaron. But Louis Just is in a hot spot of bother. And he's cleared it off of a Ukrainian shot, and they're going to have it, Ukraine. He's spinning back, and he's got a chance there! And it's just flashed across the goal face. There's Gustave who got the last touch on it. And again, Misil almost playing themselves into all sorts of trouble. And a fourth really would be curtains for Misil, and it's on the back post, falling back down. And I think the volley came off of the defender, and Brandisinas now with a chance to open his legs. The ball's cleared out, and it's going to be a Misil throw. And it's sent in long by Aquino, dealt with by the Ukrainians. And guys, just a reminder, tune in at 6 p.m. tonight. We're going to have FC Sanzak, the in-form Sanzak. 2 wins back-to-back, who are also very much in this promotion race. 4th right now. They're going to be playing against Williamsburg International at 6 p.m. Tune in for that one. And here comes the Ukrainians in search of a 4th goal. Played out to the winger. And it's some nice feet there by the number 8, and he's fed it back across goal. I think it took a deflection off of Aaron, safely away, and Louis Just was looking for Sinas, but just forcing that pass, and back again with Misil. Sorry, the Ukrainians. And when they came back from behind against Japan last week, Misil must have felt like a real turning point for them in the season. Japan were right at the top of the table. I think it's in the top 3. And Misil coming back from 2-0 behind, put them right back in that promotion race. But unless they can turn this around, it's going to be very, very difficult for them to catch any of those top 3. But what is for sure, they've got a very exciting group of players, Misil. Very exciting group of players. And it may be that they have to take this as a building year for the next season, but there is a huge amount of potential from this side. And well dealt with well there by the centre back. Given to the number 8. And out to the left back. Simon giving it to Simon and Aquino out to Delise. Eventually Jean finding it out to Simon. Both Simon and Delise been relatively quiet by their very high standards in this game. Both of them players that carry such threat when they're in form. And Simon shepherding in that back to Aaron. And switched out to Louis Just. And Louis Just with a just really sloppy first touch. And Aquino tried to shepherd that out. It was just about salvaged in by a Ukrainian. But back with Misil. And Aaron up to Aragon. They found it out to Delise, but Delise was just pouncing too much ahead of him. He had a little bit of space with that pass that I found him. Rossi still eagerly warming up for Misil on the bench, waiting to see if he's going to be thrown into the game. Certainly something needs to change for Misil. 70 minutes into the game now. Let's play in centre midfield. The centre midfielder's got acres of space here, and he's looking in behind for his striker. Ball just slowed down a little bit, and is trying to switch it out. Couldn't find him. And Rossi is sent in, and the new signing also given the captain's armband. It's a big step up. And it looks like Rossi will be moving into that centre forward position. Brandisinas moving out wide. And I think it was just a temporary captain appointment for Rossi. He's taking that armband off. I think he's going to give that to Levensky Jean. Seen us battling for it, but isolated up there. Staying long, and he came in behind him there, Vado Simon, and it's going to be free kick to the Ukrainians. It's going to be the number 8 to take the free kick. Hits a low, but right into the foot of the wall. And Sinas with the ball. He's got the Rossi in the middle, but Sinas may not need him. Got round 2. Just that last touch. Slightly overrun. It's fallen though. And here comes Vado Simon. They got a 3-on-3 here. Can he find someone on the back post? And the number 5 coming across. And keeping that 2-goal advantage for Ukraine. And they have had a few opportunities on the counter-attack, Misil. And very good work there by Delis. Coming back. And Raymond giving it back to Delis. To Sammy Raymond. And the Rossi just loose with that first touch. That's a little bit loose. Vado Simon winning back again. And he got brought down. The Misil free kick, and they really need to make something happen quickly, Misil. This game is slipping away from them. Aquino going up long, and the Rossi's all by himself, but the keeper comfortably gathering. Let's toss that to the winger. And Ukraine continue to move that ball around. Well, looking very comfortable on it right now, and looking very comfortable in this game right now. And the number 13 looking in for the back post, just a little too close to the goalkeeper. And Jean switching out to Sammy Raymond, looking for Rossi, and Rossi's got a bit of space in behind. Brandy Sinas on the back post. Rossi cutting in. He's cutting his right foot. The new signing has the shot. Good save by the keeper. Still with Delis. And Rossi almost making his entrance spectacular. Really good skill to get the half yard, but the shot just lacked the little bit of venom it needed to get past the keeper. And the Ukrainians now with their turn to come forwards. Aquino boiling him off the ball. And looking up long, but it's very loose. And he's giving it right back to the keeper. Given back in with the middle for Ukraine. And Rossi getting his foot on the ball, but He's got through very easily there, the Ukrainian. They're transitioning up to the attack again. Played forward to the striker. Giving it back to the fullback, who's got plenty of space. And they're driving into the defence again. The number 30, he's got some space. He's going to have the strike, and Aaron blocking it. Sammy Raymond completing it, but Misil, their heads really look down right now. And the referee just going over to, I think, the Ukraine bench. I'm not sure what for exactly. I think he's actually just having a very quick water break himself. You can't blame him. It's a hot day today. It's got up to about 80 as we move into the start of May. And Delis making away, and Decimo coming back onto that left wing. The number 8 looking to whip it in, intercepted by Aquino. Simon, but it's loose, and back with them again. Sammy Raymond doing well to win it back. They're just taking too long on that. And then number 8, who was really putting a man of the match display in the middle for the Ukrainians, doing very well to win a corner. Ukrainians won't push too many up for this one. And it's sent towards the back post, and the number 2 on the Ukrainians could not salvage the ball. Simon giving it into Varo Simon. Therossi. Going back to Aaron. Going back to Therossi. Therossi bursting forwards with it into Decimo. Varo Simon. To Levenski Jean. Back into Decimo by the pass. It's not to Decimo's feet. Back with Aaron though. Aaron looking in for Decimo. Decimo back to Varo Simon. And Rossi's gone there first. He's one-on-one again with the defender. The opportunity to pass it into Sinas. It's a little bit loose. That's a good breakaway by the Ukrainians. Aquino looks like he's going to get there, and he does. Just shepherds it out. And Ukraine is making another change. The number 8, who's had an excellent game coming off. Sammy Raymond launching it down the line. He's a little bit of push at the back of Therossi, but the referee not giving anything. And Gustave will gather that. Sean looking up for Sinas. Giving it to Therossi. And Therossi just a little too slow on that ball.
Not the one with the whistle. came back off him last. You didn't see that.
As tossed in, and Levensky John looking for Decimo. Sammy Raymond just about keeping that ball in. Into Sinas, and Sinas has been chopped down from behind. And we see we're going to have a free kick. 7 minutes, about 7 minutes left. Misil can get a goal now. It would make for an interesting final period. Eventually Jean to deliver the ball in. Jean steps up over the wall and a couple of feet wide in the end. Goalkeeper with another almighty goal kick there, and it's with the Ukrainians, who with this result will move up to 5th place with still two games in hand on the 3rd place Japan FC. They're going to be, oh sorry, just a game in hand behind Japan FC, and that would be with 5 points behind, and with that they could just need Japan to drop some points, and I think Japan still have to play Borgetto, which is going to be definitely a game where Japan would be odds on to drop something or other. And that's a ball in the back post, and it's headed in. And Ukraine put the icing on the cake with that header at the back post. And it's been a good afternoon all day round for the Ukrainians today. They won the reserve team game comfortably, and the first team is cruising now. Misil have definitely carried more of the threat in the second half, and maybe Kansas a little unlucky not to have managed to get a second goal, but defensively Ukrainians have really exposed them. And Levensky John. Losing it there. And it's back out to the fullback and the number 2. Cutting in, and back to Ukraine, and they've been badly beaten today. Misil will not be a game they want to look back on, and maybe it's been the problem for them, the inconsistency. When they've been on their form, Misil have been a match for even the toughest of teams in this division. Borgetto given a very close run for their money early in the season, and that's another header up, and that one went in a little bit too hard on Aaron. But Misil also having an excellent game last Saturday night, but it's just been a little bit too inconsistent for them. And that's a good bit of interplay though there, and Simon trying to set away to Rossi. Pass back to him, didn't work, and they're coming forwards again, Ukrainians. Switched up long out to the Ukraine winger, Louis, just tussling for it out there and going in a little bit too hard in that tussle. Aragon will re-enter the field. And Sergei Thorossi. Oh, sorry, not Thorossi. Calissimo making way today. Number 10 having a quiet game today for his standards. Usually carries such a big threat for Misil. He's playing it back in. Fed into the middle. That's the right wing, and it's a good give and go between the Ukrainian semi-fielders. Sammy Raymond doing well to get a foot in. It's going to be a Ukraine corner. Doing quickly, it's a free header in there, and Gustav getting across really well. One-handed save. Whipped into the near post and it's flashed across the goal. And number 11 didn't get strong enough contact on that. Probably should have been a fifth there. Looking up long Gustav for Sinas, but Sinas was not looking for that ball in behind. And we're in the final few minutes of this game. Ukraine cruising to a win that will put them right back in the promotion race. And that's a header back in the back post, forward to number 2. Just didn't come in the right angle for him to take that shot first time. Luvensky Jean will bring it out. Getting out to Sinas. Wasn't able to get it back to Jean, and they're going to come again at the Ukrainians. Looking in towards the back post, and number 6. Too high for him. Go out for Misil. Goal kick. Giving it into Aragon. Aragon again with it, and looking direct up to Thorossi. It's well dealt with by the centre back, and Ukraine's defence. They're going to keep their record of 1 goal per game conceded. Ukraine, and I say that is a feat to only concede 1 goal against a Misil FC attacking line. Sent long, it's gone over the top of Sammy Raymond. He's got a good second foot in there, and got a hit there, Sammy Raymond, of some kind. I'm not sure exactly where. Might have been on his wrist. The referee now stopping play. I think it might have been his wrist. Oh, actually, yeah, I think it maybe his groin. He's back moving again. He did something, just tweaked his groin, it looks like. And Sammy Raymond moving again. Going out to Louis Just, back to Gustave. All right, giving it to Luvensky John. John to Valdo Simon. That's a lovely turn by Valdo Simon. Decimo. Back to Valdo Simon. Looking long, but again, the Ukrainians have really been very comfortable in dealing with that direct ball up to the Misil attacking line all game. And they are very nearly over the line, the Ukrainians today. Played out to the right winger. And it's a decent ball out to the back post, and it's headed back across the face of goal, and Aaron. I don't think there's too much you could have done with that, and that is the last action of the game. The New York Ukrainians running out comfortable winners in the end. 4-1. Misil not having the best day in the office. One bright point was an absolutely superb goal by Brandy Sinas to bring the game back level at 1-1. Chest and volley into the top corner. But in the end, the Ukrainians really dominating the ball and having the better of the chances and doing well to finish them. All right, guys, and that does it for our coverage down here at McCarran Park. Thank you so much to Misil FC for bringing us into this one. Well done to the Ukrainians. We are going to be back, guys, at 6 p.m. for Sanzak facing against Williamsburg FC. Sanzak with a chance to keep hot on the tails of FC Japan for that promotion spot. So tune in then at 6 p.m, guys. See you then.